Bounces to Boston. Boston one-on-one with Jones will flip it in. Up in the arms of Indiana. Great look. Smith able to finish off the dime from Caitlin Clark. There's your exclamation point from Rachel Banham. Wallace hits the jumper.
Clark, step back, handoff Boston. She'll give it back to her. Good ball movement. Samuelson's open, and she delivers.
Knocking it out of bounds so that they could set their defense.
Temi Fagbenle checking in here, turns the corner on Stewart, and how's that for a home ovation? Cross-court pass, Samuelson, a corner three, she knocks it down.
2 for 1.
Clark, bounce pass, there's Boston. Clark right back into Boston. Boston the patience, and Boston lays it in.
Breanna Stewart, 4 NCAA championships at UConn. 4 times she was the MVP of the...
Clark asking for the screen. Off to Mitchell, gets a clean look, and knocks it down.
That's where one guard is just a lot stronger than the other because of her experience and maturity.
Nice look from Clark, and Smith lays it home.
How important is it for the New York Liberty for Snoot to be confident all season long behind those screens, hitting shots?
How about Clark cutting between the double, and Mitchell cashes in. Here's Clark. Trying to wheel into some space, gives it up. Fagbenle lays it in. Clark with the shot clock fading. Great look, and Smith lays it in.
Or just close more quickly.
Clark zips it in. In fact, Fagbenle finishes. What a dart. Clark has the big on her. Sobley thinking about taking her. Clark gives it up. Mitchell, a wide open wing three is good. Surrounded back to Clark. Wallace will take the three and drain it.
Best quarter of our season together right now. Everything, our finishes, our offense, got to get stopped.
Nice look inside. Clark to Wallace. Clark thought about pulling, instead finds Wheeler. Her jumper is good. Hit. Fagbenle the rebound. Here comes Clark. Bouncing to Fagbenle, who lays it in. Boston, here is Clark. Racing around. Clark using the screen from Boston. Hits her. Boston ties it.
That jumper looked like she's got her legs and her ankles just fine.
Curl cut by Kelsey Mitchell from 15, and a lefty flicks it up and in. Picked up by Clark.
I love the decision by Diggins Smith, going downhill in transition right at the D.
Boston the 1-2, and now Clark, bullet pass inside. Nneka standing her ground. Smith, good. Picking off Diggins Smith. Clark behind the basket, back pass to Smith against Nneka. Spinning, firing with the right hand, up and in. And Seattle is making every bit of it for their fans because they are playing an excellent game. Fagbenle with a fabulous move. This is after a tremendous move. We are tied right now. Clark to Samuelson, and there is, believe it or not, folks, the biggest lead of the game. Here's Clark with it. Fagbenle inside against the taller Mercedes Russell.
Air there, Fagbenle comes up with it. Here's Clark in transition where she's dangerous. Leaves it behind for Clark.
Here's just 1 of 5.
How about Fagbenle running the floor there? Everybody talks about the logo threes.
Yeah, they do. Nice concept, good execution. What a pass.
And Wallace.
Distance.
Clark finds Boston in the lane, uses that left hand effectively. Anderson stripped away, picked up by Clark. Clark, the feet underneath, Fagbenle working against your room. What a move there. Clark being picked up by Clarendon. Brink there to help. Nice pass, Fagbenle. How did she find her? No official word why that happened or Smith was not in, but she's back in there right now. Here's Mitchell.
Goes right away to find Caitlin Clark.
First point of the game to A'ja Wilson. Nobody on Aaliyah Boston, and she's long rebound to the Fever. Don't wait, don't wait. Oh, Megan Gustafson has recreated her body. She changed herself from a post in college to being a power forward in the WNBA.
And made 3 of the season and of her WNBA career.
As Clark gives it up to Smith, and she muscles that one up good. Short for Plum, and now the Fever try to push. Mitchell, another high archer swish. The weave up high, Boston pick, roll, and bucket. And Finlay, love it, pretty.
Indiana just trying to find their way here offensively after this 2 for 11 starts. Smith open on the perimeter, and she cashes in on a 3. 9 points in 12 minutes. The 3rd overall pick back in 2021. Here is Mitchell, fire away, and knock down a triple. Clark's career high, her jersey number. It's 22 points. She's closing in on it. Give and go with Boston. Clark, kick out. Here's Mitchell. You bets. Clark lobs it. Fagbenle finishes. Boston thought about the 3. Opts for Clark. Back for a rolling Boston. Foul and 1. Inbound Boston. Back for Clark. Clark trying to find some space. She'll bounce it back for Boston. She'll hoist a 3 and bury it.
And she's a big fan of the Crustable pregame, Pat. You gotta love the Crustable peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, look at Alyssa Smith running the floor.
See, this is the small lineup I'm talking about with Katie Lou Samuelson at the 4.
Clark bounce pass it. Smith again. Boston the offensive rebound. She'll bounce for Clark. This time it's Mitchell on the attack, gets inside and finishes. The waning moments just before halftime, Lloyd got that one to go, and they've bridged the half with a 7-0 run. Here's Boston, gets inside and lays it in. And it's a 14-2 run dating back to the final seconds of the 2nd quarter for Seattle. Boston deep position and gets it to go. Got the switch on to Jewel Lloyd. Clark looking to run, outlet pass. Oh, it's Mitchell. Samuelson will try it from the wing. Hit that one too. Clark hesitating. Boston straightaway 3. She connects. It's short. And there's Clark launching ahead. Alyssa Smith with the step through.
To the Commissioner's Cup final. What a dish. Down the floor. Wallace. The finish plus the foul.
Dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them. Oh, what a dime. My goodness. The pass from Clark. Here's Clark. Clark around Allen, kicks it out. Smith on the move. Push shot is good. Here's Clark looking to speed by Allen. Flings it out to Mitchell. Mitchell long 2 is good. It out. Boston handoff. Clark back to Boston. Boston spins and banks it in. Had Mitchell right there, did not see her. Mitchell was wide open on the wing. Here's Smith, the floater is good off the...
Season D.
We can come up with something. We'll workshop it.
We're workshopping it.
Kelsey.
Leader for the franchise. And that takes a little bit of perspective. Having that situation, that experience for the first time in their careers, I do think the moment was big and a great learning experience.
Speak softly, but carries a heavy stick in the lane as she hits that one, and now Mitchell trying to answer, and it rattles around and goes down. So intercepting that pass from Courtney Vandersloot, now gets it out to Smith, and she connects on the baseline.
At the cup. Boston gets the slip and around Edwards, lays that up and in. Strong. Quickly up the floor is Mitchell. Beautiful find from Clark as Mitchell lays it up and in. Too strong on that one. Loose ball. Clark on the move. Has Smith running with her. Gets it to her on the move. Beautiful 2-person game. Clark now with it. Mitchell posting it up on Richards. Thought about it. Clark still with it. The kick. Smith will call her number and knock it down.
Ariel Atkins getting things going for the Mystics on the offensive end, now into double figures with 12. In DC at Capital One Arena for this matchup.
Samuelson at the buzzer.
Mentioned our team has not played its best offensively. You would like to see Aaliyah Boston offensively be more involved here.
Aaliyah Boston is one of the elite post players in this league. She needs to get touches down low in the paint. It's a good finish by Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell drives inside. The left hand will fall. Clark has to like this matchup on Dangerfield. Draws the double. Got clock down to 5. Wheeler pulls up and connects.
I haven't played any games with Jordan Kennedy yet. Came over in a trade with LA.
Well, two Dream players run into each other, so Smith will take it right up the middle. Indiana's going to have to try to win this a second time here after that brilliant first half. Oh, Clark, beautiful feed, and there. Howard's played just 24 minutes, was in first half foul trouble. Indiana looks the direction of Boston, who lays it in.
Her arm's going to fall off. Brian Howard, shoot till your arm falls off.
Clark bounces, Boston the spin and the finish.
Only a few WNBA rookies have done that in the history of the league. That's how good Angel Reese has been. Boston gets another touch. It blows past this guy.
A lot's going to happen out of that.
A three-look falls.
Open in the corner of her eye, and she knocked it down.
Caitlin Clark scoreless since 5:51 left in the first quarter, and she post feeds Aaliyah Boston. Largest lead for either team has been 7. Clark with the kick out to Samuelson at the end of the quarter. 12 points in the game. Allen gets blocked. Fever looking for numbers. Clark to Wallace. Back to Clark. Shovel pass Boston.
She's having some trouble on Smith. Smith just bodying and maintaining position. And see, that's what you're going to see happen.
Clark's got 14 blocks in her WNBA career, and it ends with a post feed. Boston. Oh, beats the clock. Someone forgot about Smith.
Indiana's been so good here in this building in transition. It's Clark finding Boston. He was the only one back there for Indiana as Clark whips it inside. Mitchell off the pass from Clark. Mitchell finishes. Would be a Fever franchise record. Here's Clark going through the legs, bouncing for Boston, draws the foul, and 1. And 4. No whistle there. Van Loo thought she was fouled. Here's Clark off to the races, ahead for Wallace. Perfect. Clark sees 2. Corner for Wheeler, shot fake, finds some space, and Wheeler connects.
The shot clock underneath. Kelsey Mitchell able to get the move underneath.
It's going to take a team effort to contain Clark.
But then you also have Kelsey Mitchell who gets the bucket there.
The Dream getting back in transition defense because that's where Kelsey Mitchell likes to strike.
Wallace left alone and another triple goes down. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. A lot of attention on Clark outside as Katie Lou Samuelson with Nia Coffey getting the assignment in the second half. Boston, beautiful dive to the rim. And Ariel Powers falling to the floor, one in the contact there as well.
Atlanta needed to be a little more disciplined on that possession. What a perfect.
Clark receives a pass from Wheeler. That's
could have held for 1, did not, but able to hit. Here's the flick ahead. Alyssa Smith lays it in. Clark trying to shake free, get some space, did not take the 3, drives. Smith gets loose and lays it in. Here's Boston. Boston with a seam. Floats it up and in. Beautiful touch from Aaliyah Boston. Here's Clark. Bounces underneath. Back to Boston. Back to work. That over the last couple of weeks. Here's Boston again. Leaning. Able to hit. She finally missed one. Kennedy Carter had been 6 for 6 from the floor. Here's Clark. Finds the cutter, Boston inside for 2. It's not the most inviting carpet. Nice look, Wallace gets free, waits and lays it in. Here's Clark pedaling it forward. Clark dipping in, finds Boston beautifully for the finish. Clark around the screen, bounces underneath, Smith waits, and finishes. Clark wide open, gives it up. Mitchell in the corner, she got it. Right back to Clark. Oh, good two-player action, and Boston cashes in. Here's Mitchell, a three. It's good. Indiana on an 18-3 run as Clark directs traffic. Clark lobbing it in. What a find. And Boston the finish.
A couple of bunnies on both sides missed thus far. Clark now over the top. Another nice pass, and this one is converted. Just on the back pass, rather. Back to Caitlin. Baseline drive, kick it out to Wheeler. Wheeler, good look at a triple, and knocks it home. And we got all of a sudden that 6 of 10. Not looking so hot anymore. And the base
yet to score, but is facilitating this offense at a high level.
Seattle forces her 30 feet from the basket. Still on her. Look at this defense, forces her to pass it off. 2 on the shot clock. Wheeler has it and scores. Here's Clark in the corner. She has been hounded by Horston. Just watch Horston's defense. Good flip pass to Boston. Spin move, that was a beauty, and that's where McKay. Now Clark hounded by Diggins Smith. Flips it back. Boston hits it with 1 on the shot clock.
Griner has it come off. Clark with the pull. Boston with a nice rim run. Wheeler quickly up court. Boston running the floor for the layup.
What's your playing weight now? She said 155.
Well, there are
25 pounds.
Few factors that 2 players on rosters in this league.
Clark into the front court. 3 points so far in the ball game, and a dime there.
Reed.
Quickly up court. Here's Mitchell with the launch. Got it.
There's that logo 3 that you've been waiting for.
Clark, nice feed to Wallace. And they can get to within 1 or tied on a 3. Boston underneath, and it's a 1-point game. And revived here in the second half. Clark with the show and go. Mitchell, the 3 ball. Wicks! The horn set. Mitchell came off the screen. Clark kept it. Into the corner. Got it! Smith! Maker. They blitz her this time. And a nice layup underneath. Clark with 4 on the shot clock. Samuelson for the 3. Ring it up. Cunningham switches out onto Clark. Sprays it out for 3. Boston got it.
Getting in transition. Yeah, she says her team is not great in transition defense. Well, Vegas puts pressure on. Clark gets a screen from Boston. There's the pick and roll, and easy to Caitlin earlier today, and she talked about how that chemistry is getting so much better. And Clark with another rebound, who was 1 rebound away from a triple-double in their last game at Phoenix. Kelsey Mitchell up and under. Hit 70% from the floor in her senior year at Iowa and had been their leading scorer until Clark came around. Gustafson scored on. Biggest lead of the game for Vegas, it's up to 10. I mean, Sydney Colson is a 42% three-point shooter. Mitchell answers. Still lead it by 7. Caitlin. Smith, one-hander, got it in. And all of them are above the break except for 1 corner triple. Averaging almost 3 per game. 674. And we got close. And if you watch the athletes in this league, the incredible fitness and athleticism with the skill set is what makes them with their defense. Clark to Boston, who rolls 3 points against New York in the first 3 games, so a really good start for Indiana. Aaliyah Boston makes it. You need. I love this. Shooter for shooter. 3 for 3, but look out, Aaliyah Boston, don't break. Attempt about 30 of them per game. That's the most in the league. Melissa Smith gets it to drop. They're getting some looks. Clark looking to challenge Stewart. Maybe not. That long wingspan turning her away, but Wheeler will take it inside. It's had the final say. First lead for the Liberty that didn't last long. In particular, in the last game against Minnesota, didn't know if she would even play. And Smith has got the last couple. Caitlin Clark, 13 points, pocket pass to
Samuelson out of that double team. They've scored on 6 of their 8 possessions this quarter. Caitlin Clark to Smith. And Boston lays it in. And Berg's got 5 points off the bench. Caitlin Clark trying to wheel and deal. Dantas with these two teams. Ionescu, short. Clark with her 11th rebound, feeding Mitchell for 3. 90 seconds left to play. Hall penetrating, the reverse falls.
A launch and miss on a 3-ball. Mystics have opened up 0-4 from the floor. Clark, good feed inside, it's Samuelson. Washington just 4 of 14 from the field, but they've got a 5-point lead. Clark circling around, sets up Samuelson, who's wide open, and cashes in with a 3. This is exactly what Christy Sides warned against after that big win on Saturday, not having a letdown. Still a long way to go here as Clark feeds it into Wheeler for the buckets. As Enkler misses on a 3-ball, and here comes Clark. This is where the Fever are dangerous. Clark gets it ahead, Wheeler gets it to go. Mitchell on the drive, splits the double team, draws the foul, gets it to go, an acrobatic finish. Whips it back, Samuelson, Clark, inside for Smith. Smith into Edwards, draws the foul, got it to go, what a tough shot.
New York Liberty head coach and Australian head coach Sandy Brodello gave her the call, and she said she was just a bag of tears.
Clark spots free on the drive, the hesitation. Smith will start the 3rd quarter, which is noteworthy, and goes right. Boston bullies her way inside. Boston lays it in. Kimbrough, she will launch. Samuelson, nice pass there to Clark. Clark behind the back. Oh, it's Smith with the finish.
Going to reach in. It's going to be hard to take it away from her. Plus the quickness.
Clark working her way inside. Back door pass, Lexi Hull.
She's capable of making every play. And free throws.
Clark inside. Here is Boston spinning and Boston finishing. Clark out for a whole 3. She knocks it down.
Grabs here potentially for Indiana. Clark felt like she took some contact there from Griner. Doesn't get the call. Clark working the baseline. It knocked off the underside of the backboard. Did a nice job to recover. And bounces inside. Pretty fine to Mitchell.
Do the contact. She's not afraid.
Mitchell off the screen. Catch and shoot. Knocks it down. Clark bouncing, Boston finds some space and knocks it down. This is where Caitlin Clark wants to play faster. Oh, she finds a cutting Boston, and the vision from Clark. She's got 5 assists. For the reasoning behind her assists, which have been in the double-digit range here for 4 straight. Clark bouncing, there's Mitchell. Give her 6 assists in less than 7 minutes. Shot there for Rebecca Allen. Also played Christy Wallace on Team Australia. Smith steps into a 3 and she knocks it down. Clark bouncing, Boston charging to the rim and finishing.
And it's going to get good work. It's so fun to watch.
Well, still loose on the floor. Mitchell's been really active defensively tonight. And Clark launches for Mitchell. Indiana's gotten it done inside the arc. Here is Clark with some space. Clark behind the back. Oh, showing off the moves. It's Boston and it's too easy.
Let me be very clear. When it's time for your stars to shine, that's when they step up. And that's exactly what she's doing.
Smith gets inside. Good position. Indiana trying to look inside. Going through this zone. Cross-court pass. Clark to Mitchell. Big 3 for Indiana.
Xander Lucini. Good length on the perimeter on Kalen. That is a tough pass. Wow. As well, this is the second to the last game for both teams before the break. Alyssa Smith count it.
I got a lot of scorers that haven't always hung their hat on that side of the ball. So as a team, they are continuing to grow in their defensive effort.
Gamble defensively by an elite three-point shooter. Broke Maya Moore's single-season percentage record here as a Minnesota Lynx. Now Carlton guarding Clark, being very physical. That's been what they've done all game. Mitchell with the shot clock expiring. The Fever with the ball. Clark passed up the long three. Into Boston, give the assist to Clark. With the Aaliyah Boston had 4 blocks in that win against Minnesota and a career high 16 rebounds for a three-point play. Baseline, nice move by Boston, count it.
Action in this Fever offense.
Got to look there at Christy Sides, like Coach Trammell in her second year, and they're 31 years of age. From Brazil. Mitchell, wow. Cam Ward, Monica McNutt, Angel Gray with you. Last game before the Olympic break in the Caitlin through the lane. Boston from long range. Aaliyah Boston hits her 7th three of the season.
It's been really special and a fun year to be a part of. And we had a chance to ask Caitlin how is she taking care of herself. Great pass. What was that percentage? 60%?
Said she play a little golf.
What you doing, Pee Wee's? What you doing with your Olympic break?
Nothing. It's my strongest suit. I'm going north. I'm not going south.
All right.
Boston. Ooh, another fancy move by Clark. And now Samuelson's turn. Nice. Boy, Enrique gave it to McCowan, who couldn't finish. Behind the back again for Clark. Give her another assist. They're so disappointed she didn't pull that one.
I think that was her team. Her teammate was standing up on the bench.
Boston, great look, great finish. Clark has played every second of this game. Chelsea Mitchell. Clark off the switch, found Smith, who laid it in. That is now 13 assists.
Indiana outscore Dallas in the paint 16-4.
Caitlin, eyes up. Corner three for Hull, hits it. Gets the lead back for Dallas. Boston, cut off by Howard, but was able to spin around and get the bucket anyway.
Isn't the only rookie in the building trying to make her presence felt?
Oh boy, perfect. Clark with the ball in her hands. Another perfect pass to Boston, who waited for... Caitlin decided not to shoot. Mitchell will. Hits the three!
Oh my goodness!
We're tied again!
Taurasi misses her first look from the perimeter. Here's Clark back to Boston. Back inside. Oh, good ball movement. And it's Boston the finish. Earning her first, you can imagine she'll likely be part of future teams, probably with the player she's guarding right now, Caitlin Clark, who finds Nalissa Smith.
Miss this shot, has to give you confidence as well to shoot and be in your game.
Indiana comes up with a turnover. Here is Clark. This time it's Smith with a foul. Here's Mitchell, oh, behind the defense.
And being able to come out here and support, I know, means so much to these women, but also get some of these tips as well, being able to see where he can improve with his game too.
5 seconds left. Cross court Clark. Does Clark see the clock? Handoff Samuelson, who buries a three. Clark seeing two, bounces. Oh, beautiful. It's who sees a double team. Skip past Clark. Mitchell, corner three, connects. Clark sizing up Cunningham. Here is Mitchell, another three. Nalissa Smith. Clark cutting, it's Mitchell.
Being physical and finishing even with contact.
Clark, what a pass, in stride, and holds the money. Here comes Clark, wielding through traffic, finds Ho, lays it in. Being cold early, missed there from Lloyd. Clark, the fling ahead, oh what a dime, and Mitchell lays it in. Had missed her first 6 from deep, but no hesitation there. Oh, what a dime, Clark to Boston. Here's Clark, on the move, into the paint, squeezes it to the corner to Mitchell, she got it. Clark. Slings it over to Hull, wide open three. She got it with 20 points and assertive to the cup. Here's Clark bouncing, Boston hitting. Caitlin Clark, who now has 23 points. Here's Mitchell alone, connects. Here's Clark. Wheeling behind Boston. Clark speeds into the paint. Kicks it out. Duntis. She got it.
Signed for Minnesota early. Bridget Carlton gets rolling. She was a little bit quiet last night. Just 2 points for Carlton last night. And then Indiana team hasn't had to slow down Nafisa Collier yet, so they're trying to figure it out. Double team comes against Boston, and she's feeling all of it and some. It's so fun. I have my family here, people who've meant so much to me in my basketball journey. And just remind folks, like, the little girl that I hugged that's not Caitlin Clark. She matters too. That's right. And Clark hands it off to Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell drains the three-pointer. Carlton hits the three. Her fourth made shot from deep tonight. Indiana comes quickly after. Remember Lindsay Whalen saying that Janelle McCarville would always have like a wireless speaker on her backpack. And Lindsay for the Lynx in this game with her defense, her shots, and her ability just to kind of do it on both ends. Dantas!
It looked like Alicia Gray might have gotten Clark on the arm.
Aaliyah Boston can just score at any level of the floor. We've also been able to go 3-in-1 so far on this homestand. Kelsey Mitchell again. Atlanta shooting 35% from the field. In the second quarter alone, Indiana shot 71%. Mitchell. Jordan Canada still with the assignment for Clark. Mitchell, can she keep the hot hand?
And then you put the ball in Ryan Howard's hands, let her run some point. Just give Indiana a different look offensively.
Ties the WNBA rookie record that Ryan Howard set, and Kelsey Mitchell.
Wow, Indiana has just not been able to put the ball in the basket.
But does here as Lexi Hall gets the and-one Jordan Canada.
Here is Clark trying to create on Thomas, the league's 2 leading assisters. Thomas knocks it away. Lexi Hall has to fire, and why not? Thomas has been really strong too, but that time coughs it up. Here's Lexi Hall 3-on-2. Hall feeds to Clark. Right back for Lexi Hall, who buries a 3. There's red hot, and then there's what Lexi Hall has been doing. Clark off the screen, waits for Boston, who cashes in. Her shot too strong, and now it's Clark. Launch ahead, Mitchell behind the defense. Thomas just fires it up there and banks it home to beat the shot clock. Clark launching ahead, and Hall with an answer on the other end. What a pass.
Has really taken upon her shoulders to be more aggressive offensively.
Look, she plays hard. I like the way she plays. I love her. I love the way Caitlin Clark is playing.
Quarter looking for Reese. Fagbenle tips it away and off and running. Caitlin Clark whips a pass. Thread the needle. My goodness, what a play. To right back. Fagbenle with a huge block. An absolute wall at the rim leads to that. Erica Wheeler with the finish. Pokey Chapman, Lynn Dunn as head coaches. And they were dueling X's and O's many years ago. And Dantas from the elbow.
Having the best three-point shooting season of her career, but she can also bang in the paint.
Another assist for Clark.
Baskets, and then now the 3 balls flying. They're 5 of 10 right now from behind the arc.
Speaking of a long shot, that's beat the shot clock. Kelsey Mitchell. Nwede now out of the game with 4 personals. Diamond DeShields has checked in, trying to defend Caitlin Clark. Smith, 1-foot runner.
Being here is really hurting Chicago tonight.
Kennedy a guard, but so effective in the paint. And Boston now has gone back-to-back. The season best 9 three-point makes tonight. They've had to work to get to the 9. 38%, but hole in the corner.
Clark on Sheldon. Clark has been, shall we say, spectacular this year. Melissa Smith. Here's Clark. Sheldon quickly picks her up. Clark 2 of 6 shooting. She's got 5 points. Inside, Smith launches to play. Clark, no place to go. Nice defense, Sheldon. Smith, nice move.
In the league, when you look at that admiration and that camaraderie growing across the league, what does that do morally for the league?
I mean, the league is fantastic with all of the talent across the league from coast to coast. But I will tell you, I was just telling a friend.
Yeah, that's right. 6 in the second. Smith spins, got it. Up ahead, Clark, beautiful pass to Mitchell. You talked about it at the open. 8th of the game, she's got 30 in the ball game. Her 6th 30-point effort today. And then Mitchell fouled by Enrique.
And then she offers just great introspective. That's a great pass right there.
Almost a walk by Boston, turned ground, got it. Oh, just about 9 boards a game. Boston sees an opening. Satu closes. Count the basket and a foul.
21 points.
Her 4th 20-point game in 7 games, and from way downtown. Heads up play, Satu. Yep. Mitchell over Sheldon, buries the 3. No field goals made the last 2 games for JC, but she has been hot tonight. Dantas uses the backboard.
You can't let Indiana get out on a break, and you can't let Kelsey Mitchell get going because she has been phenomenal.
Player of the month, rookie of the month. Clark on the bounce. Dantas charging inside and finishing.
It's like a fight for position in the paint.
Mitchell trying to get this Indiana offense kick-started. That'll help.
They've been gone.
Clark, good feed into Boston with deep position.
There's always a learning laboratory when you're in the gym with these coaches in the W because they work so hard at their, and she lets the game come to her. I've never seen her push or force anything in the W. When the game slows down and you're a rookie, that's impressive.
Oh, Clark, beautiful find to a cutting Boston for this Fever offense for Caitlin Clark. As Indiana's offense has exploded here out of the Olympic break. Smith going one-on-one, attacking Hamby and winning the battle. Run here so far tonight. And his offense has been a little out of sync at times. Boston spinning inside, right around McDonald.
Fouls off.
And Mitchell knocks that one away. Here comes Clark going the other way. Clark going behind the back. Oh, it's Boston, an and 1.
Call timeout and advance the ball.
Boston, shot clock down to 3, drives her way inside, muscles to the rim. Wednesday, she was right there though with 18. Clark looking ahead and finds Boston. Defending bigger than her size. And once again, it's Clark ahead to Boston. And here's Clark off to the races. It's a 2-on-1. She'll bounce for Mitchell. Mitchell got it to go and a foul. Really versatile. Clark on the shot fake into a double team. Lofts it up for Boston.
Had late, and the Lynx are able to punish him.
Oh, corner 3, knocks it down. Clark, Mitchell, wide open. Clark looking for space, feeds it into Boston. Boston one bounce and lays it in. Samuelson pulls down the rebound. Nice job by Heidemann to evade it. Clark back for Samuelson, hits a 3.
Alicia Gray went underneath the screen for Kelsey Mitchell. I'm sure Kelsey's calculating that because I saw it.
Clark using her size to get inside. Hillman comes and help. Here's Lexi Hull, who does what Lexi Hull has been doing here out of the Olympic break.
3-point range on at least 20 3-point attempts in a 5-game span. You know who else is on that list?
She's going to try her luck on the offensive end. Fagbenle ducks in and finishes.
How about she gets that much time?
Oh, pass ahead. Smith running the floor for Atlanta after that 11-0 Fever run. Clark trying to shake Canada. Bounces for Boston. Boston fakes the pass, spins inside and finishes. Bank shot too shorts. Clark launching ahead. Mitchell beats the pack back.
Really working hard off the ball.
Clark inside, got it to Boston, who lays it in. With 3 minutes left to play and a 4-point deficit. Clark looking for a shot. Off the screen, lobs it Boston. Boston goes to work, spins, flips it up, and flips it in. Look at Clark looking to push. Ahead for Fagbenle. Level again. Clark going behind the back, trying to create. Off the Boston screen. Back to Boston. Boston turns the corner, gets to the rim, and ties the game.
Ball across midcourt. That's it.
Inside they feed Boston. It's Kubai on her. Boston backing in, turning, and gets deep position. Benley looking for help here. Nobody moving for Indiana. Clark back for Benley. She is open and knocks it down. We could be in for a track meet here tonight. The Aces play second fastest, Indiana third fastest, and Lexi Hull, the league's top three-point shooter. Clark lob it up. Kelsey Mitchell wide open and knocks down a triple. Mitchell joked that she actually liked seeing Caitlin Clark pass her because a lot of people didn't realize she was that high up on the college scoring charts as Wheeler buries a three. Clark, backdoor pass, Mitchell lays it in and a foul. 16-point deficit against Atlanta on Sunday, but this is a different kind of challenge. Benley connects.
Leads the league in scoring.
Clark, oh, beautiful bounce pass. Seemingly no angle there, but found Temi Benley for the buckets.
Which makes it some really good offensive tendencies.
Clark seeing two players her direction, feeds Boston. Indiana has the advantage, and Boston gets the friendly roll. Trying to beat all their opponents for the first time since 2010 here. Clark shot fakes the three, feeds inside to Boston for two. Works her way inside, and all sorts of defenders in the way for Indiana as Clark bounces ahead and Mitchell beats the pack back.
Thought it was going to be back-to-back there.
Dantas launches and hits a three.
And you can feed off the energy, not just from the crowd, but knowing that people are coming in ready to go.
Oh, Mitchell shot out of a cannon and through traffic. 6 of 17 outside of Mitchell. But she's open and splashes home three more. Being the 4 Olympic gold medalists and the 2-time defending WNBA champs. Clark bouncing, Boston gets the roll. Boston, good battle in there with Wilson, Gamecock on Gamecock. Clark with a shot clock down to 5, off the Boston screen, behind the back to Boston, she's wide open and connects. Clark drives the kick out, Dantas shot fakes the three, finds some space and knocks it down.
11 offensive rebounds a game, one of the best in the league.
Clark frees up Boston for 2 more.
McCowan does from 2-point range.
Mitchell sidesteps Agumbawale and buries a three. A needed bucket there to stop the bleeding for Dallas. Indiana had gone up 5 and they're back up 5 here with Boston. Aggressive take there. Banks it home. Clark pushing. Mitchell backdoor lays it in.
Handoff off the screen, mid-range jumper.
But Clark right back to Boston, who got inside position on McCowan, and Clark finds Mitchell driving by Sabali. Mitchell right to the cup. It doesn't go, and in the blink of an eye, an 8-0 run has nearly erased this Fever advantage. Mitchell catch and shoot, buries a three. Sheldon hits the deck, no whistle either way. Dantas corner three, knocks it down.
Caitlin Clark with the first possession. Washington starts out in a man-to-man defensively, and they're going to mix some things up against the Fever. Last game against Connecticut on Tuesday.
Here she is again, now attacking Atkins, lays that one up and in.
Big-time buckets. Major impact, 10 points for her, 4-5 shooting. It's her first bucket of the evening, and the Mystics have a 4-point lead.
Boston, short jumper goes for her.
Action with that high screen. And they have been doing a great job of putting Indiana in rotation.
Nice pass inside from Clark to 6 on the shot clock, Boston. Got that up over Atkins.
And plays that are not connected to easy offense for Indiana.
2 seconds on the clock. Wheeler has to put it up and connects. Clark controlling now for the Fever. 64-52, Washington with the lead. Drop off to Smith, finishes it, and the foul.
We had this format in 2021. A player to keep an eye on, Arike Agumbawale, was the MVP in that game for the All-Stars.
Agumike knocks down the elbow jumper.
We didn't play real defense.
All right, fair assessment. Nice pass from Clark. Free, Boston the rebound, getting her first minutes. Clark, the flick ahead. Oh, what a dime from Clark. And Jones lays it in. Tickling it, nice. Yes. Clark whips it in. Jones, bodies, and finishes.
Team and help defense that time by the All-Stars.
Here's Gray. She got it. There's Clark around the screen from Boston. Boston's jumper is good. Good stuff with Stewie. Thank you, Holly. A 4-point lead for the national team as Akumbawale. What a finish. Star games. Here's Clark. Nice find. Agumake push shot. Banks in. This is the handle momentarily. Here's Akumbawale. She got it. Here's Clark. Thinking about a bomb, the hesitation, the take, the lead. Reese the lay. Clark to Reese. What you've been waiting for.
To Wana Bonner, the defensive assignment on Caitlin Clark. These teams played 4 times in the regular season. As you see Mitchell hit it there.
Bonner again. Clark looking for the switch. Gets it to Boston. Boston, deep seal, and lays it in on Bonner. But here's Clark into the paint, shooing off Bonner. Mitchell sidestepping 3. She got it. Here is Clark, semi-transition. Dumping it inside. Boston lays it in on the Clark dime. Marina Mabry starting the second half for Connecticut after Ty Harris left with an ankle injury. As Clark certainly is Holly as Hull comes up with an incredible steal. Clark to the corner. Mitchell a 3. She's got it. 6 for 26. From 3 in this game. Here's Mitchell hopping to the hoop, lays it in, plus the foul. There's Clark off the steal. Clark into the paint, bounces to Boston, who lays it in, plus the foul. On rebound, flagged down by Clark. Indiana wants to run, that's why. Mitchell serves it in. Another rebound for Clark, already her 4th. Clark zipping up the floor. Mitchell's 3 is good. Taking it at Caitlin Clark. Clark dumps it down. Hull lays it in. Clark lobbing it beautifully to Boston for 2. Go. Shot clock down to 4 here. Hull gets an open look, lines it up, and knocks it down. 9 to shoot. Clark around the screen, bounces to Boston beautifully for the finish. Dive inside, Clark off the steal. They get ahead to Mitchell, turns on the burners and serves it in. Will it be her final game until April? Or will she play Friday night in a do-or-die game 3? Boston right to work as Bonner sinks both. Clark giving it up. Fag Benlay lays it in on another beautiful delivery from Clark.